Hey everyone, it is LaShonda here with another Therapy Thursday. And so I'm back out in my more naturey scenery here at my office. And I was just thinking about nature. I want to talk about nature and some of the wisdom that I've gleaned from nature. So I want to share that the last couple of months for me have been somewhat challenging in the sense that in some ways I'm going through personal transitions, but my business is also going through some transitions as well. And I think during times of transition, there is a window or door that gets opened for curiosity to turn to worry and optimism to maybe diminish its way toward what we might call reality or realism, but really starts to dive into pessimism. And sometimes those evolutions of those things aren't as noticeable or identifiable until we're way into them. And I found that for myself, that what started, these transitions might have started with a little like, I don't want to say concerned, but like, oh, is this the right time? Is the right thing? And then there would be something that happened or a conversation I would have with someone, and then I would get really excited about it. Say, yes, I feel pretty committed that this is what's next. This is the direction I want to go in. And as transitions happen and you get into them, then it's like, oh my goodness, what's happening? And that happened for me. So I want to share like what happened one day. As I came out and I was just changing the side of the bench I'm sitting on, and this is what I was looking at. And as I was looking at this, there was a bird that landed back there in the trees. And what I realized is that nature functions. Can you hear the sound? Like, it happens. And I don't know that this particular plant is concerned about what the other plant is doing, or if it measures up, or if me sitting out here thinks that one is prettier than the other, or there are a lot of things that can consume me as a human that takes me away from the fact that like nature happens, life happens, and there are some things that I find myself worrying about that I probably could use that energy elsewhere. And so when I look at nature and how it follows the rhythms of the seasons and how things exist, and there's some things out here in nature that are beautiful to look at, but they also serve as food. And there are certain things that make sounds that are appealing to some species and animals and maybe irritating to others. But I take so much, nature has helped me realize that, am I taking on worries that I don't necessarily need to worry about? And when I think about that, I start thinking, well, if I don't have to worry about it, why do I? And that's where we start thinking about the systems in which we live in, namely a very capitalistic system that works most often through exploitation. And because exploitative capitalism has been something that I personally recognize that I've been socialized around and culturalized around, some of my worries, like, do I have as many followers as this person, or are my videos getting as much engagement as someone else's, aren't actually things that I need to worry about. Because like nature, I exist in my fullness, and that doesn't need to be comparative. It just needs to be. So I'm sharing this today because, I don't know, it was helpful for me, and I have a feeling somebody else could benefit from it. That some of the things you might be thinking and concerning yourself with aren't necessarily things that you need to, but are you existing in your fullness as you were created? Because if you are like nature, it will be. You will be. You are. And so that's my encouragement for this week. I hope that you can take some time to spend in nature, and like nature, be. If you want to get in touch with me, you can reach me at www.thelaborsoflove.com. Don't forget to follow us on all the social media platforms. Our YouTube channel has all of our Therapy Thursday videos. And if you haven't already, go ahead and give us that 5-star rating and share the podcast with your loved ones and your friends. Until we connect again, you all be well.